Hey, this is Writer's Row. I'm DC Wright-Hammer, and on this episode, I want to talk about the problems with free. I want to dig into why free promotions on ebooks that indie authors run and perma-free books don't fly off the shelves, why running these promotions can hurt the authors doing them and actually hurt other authors, and eventually I will make my way towards why you should still run free promotions and in some cases make your books permanently free. And before we get to that, if you like the content I've been putting out on Writer's Row, make sure to click that subscribe button down below and hit that notification bell next to it. That will alert you as new videos are put out there. And if you're listening on podcast, make sure to follow the podcast so that way you get updated. I don't put out as many podcasts as I do videos, but that's a good way to be alerted when I do. And so if your book is on Kindle Unlimited, the Kindle Select that is, and you are part of the Kindle Unlimited deals that are out there, you will get a certain number of days where you can have your book being promoted as free, and I think other platforms offer similar services. And then there's the ability, if you're not part of the Kindle Select, you can actually just list your book for free on Amazon, and some other platforms allow you to do that as well. And so I wanted to take this episode to dig into, that the reason why free can be bad, the reason why free doesn't work like you might think it would. You'd think if it's free that everyone's just going to gobble it up, that it's going to go off the digital shelves, it's just going to be consumed as much as anything, and it might be your ticket to getting noticed by, if you can move thousands of free copies and maybe the reviews start pouring in, it could be a very effective way of marketing your book. But like it or not, when people hear free, there's a lot of things that are associated with it. They think there's got to be a reason. And so I want to dig into some of those reasons here and now. So the first problem with free is that people assume that it's poorly made, whatever the free thing is. They think that the person, or in this case an author, can't even sell their books. They can't move them that way. And so they're just giving them away. And in other realms, in other places, when people are giving things away for free, they think of it like a donation. They think of it as something either used or not worthy. I'm not saying that that is a good thing that people think that way, but I believe that's kind of the one of the connotations when they hear free that comes along with it. People believe that something must be wrong with the thing that is being given away for free, that they're not quick to jump on it. They're not quick to, get that thing because there's so many other things that are quality around them, so many options that they have, in this case, books that they can pay for that they know are good, that are quality, that they can, even if it's $3, $4, $5, or $10 or $15, that they're getting something that of value in return. And people don't really associate value with free until after the fact. Usually once they've verified that whatever they get is in fact not cheap quality, do they actually believe that they got a deal, that the free was actually a steal in that sense. But up front, people think of free as cheap, and that can really hold back somebody's free promotion from being as successful as it could be. Another problem with free is that sometimes it's a lie. People will throw around the phrase free, and you actually have to pay for something before you can get access to that free thing. And I'll go ahead and just talk about the elephant in the room. Saying your book is free on Kindle Unlimited is like saying it's free to stay in my house as long as I pay the mortgage. If there's a subscription that you have to pay for, I know it's only $10 a month or whatever it is, before you get access to a free library or a free catalog, it's not truly free. And advertising your book as free on a certain platform, if people are already paying, Others see that as disingenuous. Others feel like that is not true. They feel like it's sort of a lie. And so if you're saying it's free in that scenario, it can actually hurt people when their books are legitimately free, because those people who would want to pick up a copy of a truly free book think that you might be lying, or think that, they might assume that you're just talking about Kindle Unlimited, when actually your book is just free on Kindle. You just have to have the Kindle app downloaded on any device, and you can truly just get that digital copy of that book without any true cost associated with it. And the last thing I want to mention on why free can be a problem for some people is oftentimes free is a gateway to scams. Let's face it, if you have to give your personal information over, or you have to, spend time, or log in, or do something that makes it feel like you're not actually getting something for free, if there's hoops to be jumped through, if, again, you have to give an email address, or you have to do all, these different things, people can it could feel somewhat shady. I mean, we all know that things are not truly free, but when you advertise as free, it can trigger people to think that it's some kind of scam, that for the other reasons I mentioned, that it's a lie, that it's a cheap product, that they're going to download this thing and it will be a waste of their time, and they're just going to feel like they were taken advantage of. And those kinds of scams can ruin free for people who are trying to legitimately give away their book as a marketing strategy. So that brings me to the real reason why free is bad. In a world where nothing is truly free, it takes effort somehow, some way to produce everything. Corporations use this word free tirelessly to persuade people one way or another. And because of the cheap products, the liars, and the scammers that often permeate the corporate world, people have difficulty giving away quality ebooks to good readers who would read it and review it and love these books. So the word free has been ruined for us who can benefit from it. And as a result, readers are apprehensive. They see you advertising as free, and they've got all this list of things that feel bad to them, and they're not quick to jump on it, even though it's free, even though there's no catches, even if you're doing it totally legit. It can be seen as very negative, very bad, and not a good way to advertise, even though it is a legitimate marketing strategy. The last thing I'll say on this is, for indie authors who live off their royalties, it's their livelihood, when they see other indie authors advertising as free, this is something I just discovered recently, they really dislike that. They see that as something they cannot compete with, because it means taking food off their table, or not paying their bills, or things like that. And I can understand that perspective. However, it's a legitimate marketing strategy for people, and I'm glad that people can live off their royalties, but this is sort of the world we live in, where, and it's not just other indie authors, it's, again, the corporate world that has taken free and put it on the table as fair game to market things as, and you can't take that away from indie authors who are trying to establish themselves as a marketing strategy. And so that's why I say that you should do it anyway. You should market your book, you should do the free promotions and giveaways. If you have the ability to do perma-free books, you have 3, 4, 5, 6 books, and you want to give away the first one for free as a strategy, you should keep these things in mind, the things I've gone over in this video, so that way those promotions can be more effective. If you want to combat people thinking you have a cheap product, it's free, here are the good reviews I got as a result, so sort of combat that cheap product idea that people might have with good reviews that show that it's not. If people think it's not free because they've been lied to before, clarify this is absolutely free, no subscription required, no nothing, it's free. And to combat whether it's a scam or not is to make sure that you carry yourself in a way that if people are looking into who you are, your character, and how you are in social media, that it's not just a bunch of ads, it's not just you trying to sell, but you're a real person and you just happen to be giving your books away for free for a few days, or the first one's permanently free because you want people to start reading your series, you want people to start reading your books. The only way to combat people thinking it's a scam is to be a good person, in my opinion. It's really tough to do that otherwise. And so if you are giving your book away for free or want to as a way to promote, I've used a service. I've used the free service of what's called voraciousreadersonly.com. I'll put a link in the description below. Hashtag not sponsored. But if they see this video and want to sponsor a future one, happy to do that. That would be great. They allow you to send free ebook copies via email and build your email list, as well as give away free copies. I sent out 20 copies of my first book, and I think I got like 11 or 12 reviews on Amazon and Goodreads as a result of that. That shows you that free can be a good strategy if you use it correctly, and I think it's important to bundle your free promotions like that with other marketing that you're doing, and that way you can fully take advantage of it. And in a world where indie authors have to compete with major publishers, we have to have the ability to do things like free giveaways and heavily discounted books and things like that, just to sort of come even close to leveling the playing ground, even though it's not even that close. And for all these reasons I've listed in this video, that's why free can have problems. It's not just the end-all be-all to your marketing strategies. So there you have it. Those are the problems that can be associated with free. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below. It helps with the YouTube algorithm so others can find videos like this. And again, if you haven't, make sure to subscribe to this channel. It really helps me out. And I will catch you all next time. Take care, everyone.